Well, look, once again, an absolutely massive shout out to Atlas VPN for sponsoring today's video. I do recommend you check out their latest deal. Save 86%, 6 months extra, £1.40 per month. Of course, Atlas VPN, created by cybersecurity experts in 2019. The aim to make the internet more accessible and safer for everyone. Millions across the world now using Atlas VPN that stops ads, it stops malware, it blocks malicious links, ads and trackers, and notifies you if someone's trying to steal your data. So do check out their latest deal down below. I'll put a link in the top pinned comment of this video and the description of this video. Well, of course, we're seeing the issue of immigration dominate much of European politics, to the point where, for instance, in the recent Dutch election, you saw Peter Omtzigt, an independent MP, even talk about a 50,000 threshold for migration. Of course, inside the EU with open borders, you can't actually deliver on any of that. And so you're seeing now, of course, the Conservative government post-Brexit deciding, bizarrely, disgracefully, not to cut levels down, net migration levels down to the tens of thousands, as the likes of David Cameron used to talk about. And of course, we should leave the ECHR, something it seems the EU figures very keen to try and stop the UK doing, I suspect, because they know many others would be likely to follow. And indeed, we've seen talk increasingly right across the continent, increasingly of countries and parties flirting with the idea of following the UK out of the EU. But this forecast in terms of the next European election, I think, will really send some shudders across Brussels, because what you're now seeing, that if EU elections were held today, anti-EU political parties would win 87 out of 705 seats, up from 60 seats they hold at the moment. And that's parties, for instance, like Marine Le Pen's in France, it's parties like the AfD in Germany, it's parties like Matteo Salvini's Lega in Italy, and it's parties like Geert Wilders' party in the Netherlands, of course, when they recently won the election there. That doesn't include as well, by the way, parties like Viktor Orban's in Hungary. Now, when you contrast that with the relative level of support for the Greens, for instance, across Europe at the moment, well, you can see they're set to collapse, as are the Liberals, it seems. And you're even having warnings like this from Manfred Weber of Germany, that you could see these sorts of parties dominate the European elections. And he's quoted as saying at a Politico event there, if we do not find the solution or proper common understanding how to manage migration, then he says he's very worried about the next European elections, pointing to Geert Wilders' success in the Netherlands, saying people must see that we are not only talking about migration, that we are not only appealing to solve the problems, but that we are really capable to make legislation and really to find a solution on European levels as well. But of course, when it comes to the European Union approach to borders, the approach is weak borders, in many cases no borders at all, because they celebrate free movement of people, because free movement of people, of course, is a key part of the EU agenda. And that is why you're now seeing, and it's been described as a clash of civilizations, many parties now rising in the polls. You can also see the recent pro-Hamas, those disgraceful protests we've seen, provoking a backlash from many voters, disgusted by those scenes. And you see, for instance, Marine Le Pen at the moment, she's polling very strongly in France. In Portugal, you've got this Chega party. Of course, Portugal's set to have an election relatively soon as well now. And Giorgia Meloni as Prime Minister in Italy. And so you're seeing this alliance of parties. Recently, they met adopting a Florence Manifesto. This was hosted by Matteo Salvini's Lega party with the motto Jobs, Security, Common Sense. And that had parties, again, including the likes of Marine Le Pen's party, the AfD from Germany, and Geert Wilders' party as well. And you had the Italian MEP Marco Zanni there saying, we chose Florence because it's the symbol of the Renaissance, a place where Europe was reborn. We are starting a new era, the renewal of a free Europe for free citizens. So some big shifts in terms of European politics at the moment. As I said, I think this will send some shudders in Brussels, but let me know what you make of all of that in the comments below, please, guys. I will keep bringing you all the latest on this and more, of course, so please do like this video a quick thumbs up, and of course, as ever, cheers for watching.